Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Wakfu the movie. I think the name of the file that I have is actually Dofus Liebe 1 Julith or Judith. I think that is something around those lines. Yeah, my guess is book one. This is what Liebe wants to say to us. That is my guess. Again, I'm not an expert in French. But yeah, this is the movie I download. This is the movie I got, and yeah, I'm so eager to see this one because I think it's one of the few official animations that I haven't seen of Wakfu. And I said official because obviously I am still missing the abridged series, which again I am going to do. Don't worry, I am going to do that. But still, I am fascinated by this because this is a movie. This usually has a higher budget than the series, therefore a better animation. And if we combine a better animation with the great storytelling that Wakfu is well known, we have in our hands a very good product in here. Anyway, I don't think you're here to hear me rambling about a movie that I haven't seen. So yeah, let's just cut all of this and watch the movie, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the movie of Wakfu. I watched it in its entirety and I watched individual scenes. So yeah, that's why it took me a while to return to the commentary because yeah, 1.5 hours, well, more than 1.5, almost 2 hours. And obviously a little bit more because yes, I was checking individual scenes. I took a few notes, and yes, it was a fascinating movie. Before going into the commentary at full, I am not going to follow the normal route I usually, follow. I am not going to make a synthesis of the entire plot because, yes, if I do that, I will take way too long. This commentary is going to be way too long, and I'm going to bore you guys. So, yes, I am going to just briefly touch the plot and then, of course, speak about the things that I really genuinely enjoy about this movie, which is going to take a while because there are a lot, and I mean a lot of things that I love about this one. Okay, the plot of the movie is basically they are chasing after a Dofus. But it's not one of the heliotrope Dofus. No, in this case, it's one of the primordial Dofus. One of the primordial dragons, and of course, they hold a lot of power within them. Basically, there are two important ones in this story, obviously. The ivory one and the ebony one. The ivory belonging kind of to Bonta, one of the... Well, it's called the Upper Mage. I don't know if that is a title that is from the video game or is a real title, which I haven't heard before. But yeah, that is basically it. And the other one, the ebony one, is belonging to Julid. It's called the Butcher of Brakmar. And yes, from what I watch in the series, Brakmar and Bonta are not exactly besties, let's say. On contraire, yeah, they hate each other, and of course this is a story that takes place way before our heroes were even planned to be born. Well, I guess Pompon in his past life as the Yob god was here and there just rounding, and I don't know what the hell was he doing, but anyway. Yes, the point is that they are a fight. But in the end, Juliet and Yahash, I guess I'm pronouncing that correctly, Yahash? Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. They fell in love. And of course they end up being married. But of course the first story told us that actually Juliet betrayed Jahash in the end, that she wanted to destroy Bonta so badly that not even the love for his husband was enough to stop her. And that is the legend that is being told. And of course the rest of the movie is kind of say, okay, we need to first protect Joris because it turns out he is the son of both of these guys. Plot twist. That I did not see coming until like 10 seconds before it was revealed. And of course, then we have our next revelation that yes, they escape to a flip dimension and they have to capture or no recover the Dofus, the other primordial Dofus that is inside them, inside that dimension, and they met another enemy, and that's that. The Guardian has been chosen, in this case Joris, and then of course we discover that the real plan from Juliet is not the destruction of Bonta, at least not his entire destruction, is to resurrect her husband and to become a full family again. Unfortunately, is the darkest way possible of doing, because yes, for order to resurrect Jahash, it's dark magic and it requires a lot of sacrifices. In this case, 1,000 lives, 1,000 souls, so so Jahash could return to this kind of realm. And this is the problem that even Joris has, because my guess is in a certain point he wanted to love his mother, he wanted to love his father, and he wanted them both together. But of course, the price was too high for him. And for the husband too. I don't think Jahash wanted this. And until the last moment, in the excitement of the moments, in the last few minutes of the movie, is when Juliet realized this. That none of them wanted. The two people that are important to her never wanted this. They don't want to be resurrected, and they don't want to resurrect the father at this price. That happens, and again, everything I said after finishing the synopsis, the very short synopsis I'm trying to give of the movie, there is something important in the end. Of course, in the end, the other Dofus is kind of destroyed, and we gave kind of an opportunity to say them together again, and I mean Jahash and Juliet, before abandoning the realm of the living, and leaving, of course, Joris behind. He returns with the Dofus, and yeah, he returned to the stadium, and everybody is happy in that moment because everybody is fine. All the souls return to the body thanks to the connection that Joris has with the dragon. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. It's just like gargle name. So yeah, I'm not going to butcher said name. And everybody's happy. In a very silly note, in a very silly moment, but a happy moment nonetheless. Of course, the credits are filled in case what they do with the primordial Dofus. They were hidden inside, I guess, another temple, or perhaps the same temple. And that's it. That's the movie. That's the plot of the movie. Well, with the extra scene, more on the silly side, and how Karka, again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly, reject the other dude that kind of betrayed him in the end. Well, not betray him in the end, help him in the end, but betray him at a certain point, and reject him from the team. And then, of course, we saw how Baccarat just reject him kind of in the same manner that he did. Oh, I thought we were going to die, so that's why I accepted. Is in essence the same speech that he gave to the other dude. So yeah, it's kind of ironic. Well deserved, let's be honest. Well deserved. And yeah, a lot of fun in that moment. Now that I said the entirety of the plot, obviously I skip a bunch of details because yeah, again, I don't want to spend an hour and a half trying to explain the plot. Let's go to the parts I really like and why I like them. For the first thing I noticed is the incredible animation they gave us for the movie. Jesus, that was unbelievably amazing. I love the quality of the movement, how smooth it looks. I love the soundtrack, the sound in the background is just... It connects so well with the ambience. When everything is happening, when it's calm, when it's aggressive, I love how it connects so well with the audience and so well with what is going on in the scene. I genuinely even love the presentation that is basically just a presentation for the logo of Ankama. That's it, but I love it. And I love the difference between when they are telling the legend and when they are in the modern day, when of course Joris was a kid. I love the difference in here. I love the animation when they spoke the legends, and I love how they tell you the legend, but just in the beginning, just one side, what everybody saw. That in this case, Juliet betray her husband, and try to destroy Bonta. And I love later on how we add more details to the legend. That actually, yes, this happened, but there were Kerub, and it was Baccarat. They were in the same room alongside with Yahash, and of course the sacrifice he made. And at the beginning you say, okay, that doesn't make any sense, but actually when you think about it, yes, it makes a lot of sense. That they don't know who the real traitor was. And then, of course, the final moment in which we get the full story, in which Juliet tried to save the city because she loves her husband a lot more than her love for destruction of Bonta, the city of Bonta. And yes, we discovered that there were traitors within this city. I love this part of the legend because it creates a three-dimensional character, a three-dimensional villain. Or antagonist. I think it's closer to antagonist. I don't know if I should call her a villain or an antagonist. I am still not sure about that fact. But I love how they create this character. That yes, at the beginning, oh, she's evil and everything she does is evil. But that image starts to break when she is concerned with the life of her son. Once she finds out that, yeah, this kid that has the dragon is actually Joris, her son. And she's dubious, and in the fraction of a second of doubt, she's kind of been beaten, and well, not beaten, but at least they managed to escape to the flip dimension. And then, of course, all these things that we are seeing about her kind of portray that, yes, she is not a saint. That is obvious. But a lot of stuff that was said about her is incorrect. And I love how you are discovering all of these. You are discovering all the things that actually Juliet is. It's a shame that we don't see more about Jahash, because I would love to see that. But still, I love the characters that are in the screen. Are not just, oh, this is the villain and he's a bad guy, and this is the good guys, and yeah, you must root always for the good guys, and boo villains. I love that fact, because in the end, Juliet was a broken woman, was a desperate woman, and she wanted to bring back what gave her life a meaning. Her son, which she already has, and my guess she was very delicate when she extract, let's say, the dragon from her, or the dragon soul from him, from Joris. And her husband, which she loved like nobody else. And especially kind of her vengeance too, her dark side is still palpable, because she didn't care about the innocents, because she believes that they betrayed her. And this is a theory I have. Again, this is just mere speculation of my behalf. I don't know if this is being clarified in another source. I don't know if this is something that you could get information from another place. This is just my mere speculation. I don't even know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But I want to believe that one of the other mages, or perhaps even the twin mages that we saw at the beginning and the end, kind of didn't want her to be alongside with the most respectable mage in the city of Bonta, because yes, this was a betrayal in the eyes of somebody else, in the eyes of this person who stole the egg, because yeah, this person stole specifically the ebony egg. Jahash was a traitor, and he wanted to correct this wrong by pretending that Juliet wanted to destroy the city and she must not be trusted. And therefore she was going to be killed without remorse, and Jahash was going to be alone again and being the protector of the city, and they will kill two birds with one stone, destroying Juliet, and return the city to their normal state, even if they have to rebuild some of the city. Because yes, they didn't care in the end. This traitor really has a cold heart or a lot of hate for Juliet. That is what I interpret of this scene. One of those mages, again, mere speculation on my behalf, kind of did this because my guess the reaction was way too fast from what we saw in the anime, in the movie. So yeah, I love how the story kind of transforms a one-dimensional character, a one-dimensional villain, and make you feel more sympathetic towards the villain, because yes, this series is something they do so well with Nox, with Kilby, even with who could I forgot his name so easily? With Oropo, yeah, that. This series is good at doing that and good at building up characters. Now with Joris, this clarifies a lot of stuff that happen in the series with Joris, with Master Joris. Obviously, he's here in the movie. He's just Joris. In the series of Wakfu, he's obviously Master Joris. But this clarifies a lot of stuff, like how Kerub looks older, but actually is the son of Joris. Obviously, this is not the biological son, no. It's more of an adopted son, because actually Kerub, they are calling Kerubi, but it's written Kerub. I don't know how to call him. Anyway, I'm gonna call him Kerubi. I love how he is a demigod, is one of the 22 sons, I don't know if sons or daughters, children, let's say, children of the god of the Eka god, perhaps his favorite son, and that's why they kind of resurrect, because they have 9 lives. And my guess, Acham is going to become the other son, the brother. I can't believe I forgot his name, but yeah, my guess he is going to become later on the other son, and yeah, he's going to take care of both of them. Joris is going to take care of both of them. Joris, I love how they portray young Joris. I love the energetic creature that they gave us. I love how Joris is so enthusiastic with goofball. I love how he has his best friend Lilith. I love everything about this young Joris. In the past, I cannot say I love Joris because I don't know a lot about him. We don't know a lot about him. But in this series, man, he's such a ball of energy, so enthusiastic, so even well behaved, because yeah, he was tired of, well, the adult not fulfilling his promises. And let's remember, this is a kid. My guess in the story, Joris is no older than, 10. I don't think he's even 10 by this moment. But I love, yes, he feels betrayed because he doesn't understand the world of the adults. That there is a crisis bigger than a wolf ball game or to meeting your idol. I love this ball of energy because yes, he feels betrayed and he unleashed all this anger against Kerubim, but he regrets that later on. He regrets that and he feels bad and wants to say, I'm sorry, Lilith, and I'm sorry, Kerub, I'm sorry for all of this, I was an idiot and all of that. I love, because yes, this is the behavior of a kid. This is very common for a kid. Yeah, they say, oh no, I hate you mom, or I hate you dad, or all of that stuff. But actually, you know they don't mean it. You know that they are just angry. And because that is the worst feeling when somebody tells them that they hate them. That is the worst feeling for them. They want to make you feel bad. Without obviously measuring correctly the consequences of their words. And of course, later on, when he thought about it, he figured out, oh man, I screwed it up. I need to apologize to them and all of that. I love this, that this is not the perfect child. This is not, yeah, perfection and always going with whatever his father told him and all of that. No, but he is heroic enough. Obviously, it reminds me a lot of Hugo that yes, in the end, he's going to do whatever it takes to save the day. But yes, I love this aspect that they gave you a child. They gave you somebody who is still not ready for adulthood. That is fantastic. I love the portrait of Joris. This is a fantastic script. They work for Joris. I genuinely love the way they make the character. Young Joris is lovely. And yes, speaking about Joris, and in this case including Juliette, well, no, let's speak about other characters, perhaps minor characters, or at least not as important as Juliette and Joris. Let's speak about Baccarat, and let's speak about Karka. Again, I'm hopefully pronouncing that name correctly. Obviously, they have the sexual tension in the show, in the movie. Obviously, Karka being the Wolf Ball champion, being a fool of himself, but he's not a hateful prick. You like the bastard. He's funny, even if he's a complete dick. He's funny and he's well written, something I love. And of course, in the end, his behavior kind of bring consequences to him. And of course, Baccarat is still, again, I'm hopefully pronouncing that name correctly, is again in the shadow of his brother, because his brother was way too powerful, way too beloved, and she's not. Even if she now holds the same title, she doesn't feel, because you kind of see that in the progression of the movie, that she feels that he's not in the same level as his brother. And not only that, once she faced for the first time to Juliette, she figures out that yes, actually I am not in the same level as my brother. Even without the Dofus, because not even Juliette has her Dofus, she wasn't on the same level. And I love these characters who are developing and how are they giving you hints of how they behave or how they feel really. That yeah, Baccarat tries to be the uptight and always trying to do the correct thing, but of course, in the end, this blinds her to the reality and blinds him to everything, kind of. And Karka giving, of course, the consequences of his actions. But in the end, yes, it was a fascinating team. It looks like kind of a very aggressive, and yeah, that is saying a lot, very aggressive wolf ball game. They have to pass, but in this case, the wolf ball was actually the Dofus. Yes, I love this characterization that they don't make perfect characters, but they don't make you hate the characters. It's odd for me, and I'm going to speak about the series and about the movie. They don't make bad characters. You don't hate these characters. At least I don't think you can hate these characters. But they don't make them perfect. Again, I should detest Karaka because he's a fool of himself. But I'm not. I love the guy. I genuinely love the guy. I guess he's a yop. I guess. That's what I think. I don't know what Baccarat is. I don't know which kind of race they belong. Yahash and Baccarat. I don't know. Clarify that for me, please. But yeah, I love the different characters that we receive. Even Lilot, she's not so fleshed out, but again, it's the attitude of a kid. She behaves like a kid, and she is a very faithful friend to Joris. I love her too because she's so cute, and I want her to be alive by the end of the movie, honestly. There were several times I thought she was going to die, for real, in the end. But yes, I love all the characters, all the main characters that appear. Now, Let's focus in the final scene. The final scene in which, of course, now Joris has the egg. He's the only one alive, and he's trying to stop whatever is going on with the resurrection of Yahash. And I love he's willing to sacrifice himself, just like his father, to save the people. And this is something else that I love about this scene. You can interpret as Julie, just before Joris make contact with the Dofus, Julie kind of drag Joris out of the way. And you can interpret two things. First, she doesn't want to stop her plan, but actually I think there is a second one in which she didn't want to lose Joris in the same way she lost Yahash. So yes, this is an intriguing scene because it holds a lot of weight, because we kind of see the dubious face. Yes, she is angry because her son kind of defied her commands, but still, in the moment is cemented when she's willing to sacrifice herself and to destroy the machine to save Bonta, the city that she hated, because the city that took away her husband, because she wanted to go back with Yahash, because she loved her so much that she was willing to sacrifice her own happiness for him and for Joris, because Joris obviously made very clear that he doesn't want this, and his father didn't want this either. And I love this change of the villain, that now she was willing to sacrifice herself to save the city that she hates. And of course, it gave the opportunity to Joris to release all the souls, because Joris is the only one who could do that, because he felt the same as the dragon that was inside of him. He kind of feels his fear, because again, and this is something I said briefly in the reaction, this is power. The way I use it could be for evil and for good, or perhaps in the gray areas. But these dragons are not evil per se, or at least I don't think they are evil per se. They has been used, especially the ebony Dofus, that has been used for evil or for attacking, for destroying, thanks to the mentality of Brakmar. And of course, that includes Julith in the past, and even in the present, and I'm saying present, the movie time, because I know this took place a long time before the Wakfu series, for obvious reasons, because you have told me, and because Joris is way too young here. But I love this story, because it's obviously not black and white. Even if the eggs were kind of black and white. But I love how the characters could go through the entirety of the gray scale. I love this. And it feels so good, because I just watched yesterday the One Punch Man episode. I think it's all by now. Yes, I just uploaded like a couple of hours ago. And you know my opinion on One Punch Man second season. It's not spectacular, it doesn't have good effects, it doesn't have good fights. And it was such a joy to see so many fights in this movie. And so well done fights. Because I don't think I see one single style of fight repeated in the movie. Which again speaks volumes of the choreographic capacity of the animators. I think I'm going to repeat a lot that I love this movie, because I genuinely did. I had several problems with the camera. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my camera now. I'm with the file for a little while. But I end up watching it and I end up loving it. Every single second of it. I genuinely love it. But yes, I think I exhausted the topic of this episode. I hope you enjoy it. Well, of this movie actually. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, thanks for your attention and see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.